Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Pitch Perfect podcast. This is episode 2, and once again,
episode 2, take 2.
It is, gentlemen. You just interrupted the intro. It was going to be epic. I'm back again with Ted, Joe, and Zach. Gentlemen, the lineup hasn't changed. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. How are we?
That was my line. What I said.
It's gonna break again. It's gonna break eventually.
I think next week.
It will, yeah, at some point.
Weren't you mentioning you were going to take a week off, Ted?
Yeah, I might let someone.
Boo!
Yeah.
To be fair, I might do
you
that as well.
You offered me up as tribute other day when they were asking about it.
Yeah. In the group chat we're asking.
Are we going to get on? Do you think next week?
Well, James seemed quite keen.
He does.
Seemed quite keen.
Yeah. And Niall.
Yeah, but I might have to get them both on.
Yeah. I don't mind leaving for a week, you know. I don't think I'll be missed.
You'll meet up them eventually.
I wouldn't miss you, Joe, to be fair.
I won't miss you either.
Lads.
You're literally wearing a Wednesday top. Nobody's going to miss you.
You've ruined the dramatic reveal now.
I'm sorry. He's not wearing a Wednesday top.
Well, he is.
Okay. If you didn't see that was a wink
Joe,
to the camera.
Please tell us about the leaves.
The leaves.
Yeah, tell us. So, Joe, how is life? What's happening in the life of Joe in the last week since we last recorded?
Life is good. It's getting. We've already talked about this all already. It's getting to that time of the year where leaves are everywhere, and it's my job to clean them off around the garden.
Who assigned you that task?
Me dad.
What's he like?
I know.
What is he like?
I bet you weren't expecting me to say that, were you?
No.
Community service, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was community service.
Yeah.
Although it took about 20 minutes. I didn't really care.
You got some from what you said last time. You got some sort of gift, didn't you?
Oh yeah, because I also did it for like the elderly couple down the road, and I got 2 cans of John Smiths as a reward.
What are they called?
John and Smith.
Yeah, John and Smith.
Yeah. It's a weird name, Smith, isn't it?
It's Pat and
Smithy.
Pat and Nick.
Pat and Nick.
Yeah, Pat and Nick. I think.
Very nice.
I've just had a brain fart. I'm pretty sure it's Pat and Nick.
I bet they're a lovely couple.
So, speaking of farts, though, Joe, what are you talking about constipation?
No.
For the listeners at home, just before we started the podcast, Joe was telling me about how constipated he was because of recent adventures.
I didn't say I was constipated.
It's because of this.
I'm literally just because. I hope you can see my finger pointing towards the Spoons news and
menu.
Don't ask.
I don't know why.
Don't ask how we got hold of these, by the way.
Ever since eating the food at Spoons,
The slop.
the slop, no.
I'm not having this. I'm not having. No. I'm gonna stop you in
the
the tracks.
£12 Rustler burgers that have been pimped up.
Some of their burgers are nice.
Do you know what? I'm not having any Spoon slander on this show.
No, do you know what? Spoon's food's really nice.
It is.
The chips.
The all-day brunch is phenomenal.
I could live without the Spoon's chips and the Spoon's burgers. They just need to go straight into the bin.
The chips are nice.
I quite like Spoon's chips.
Chips are unreal.
No,
I love them.
Do you know what? To be fair, it can depend on the spoons because you can go. Most places, I'm going to shout out my very own from back home, the Queen of Iceni, the best spoons in the land.
Going on about, hometown Norwich.
Do you know what? I haven't even mentioned the name yet. You did. Some would say obsessed. Yeah. Have that. Have that, Joe.
Screw you, Ethan. Do you know what? I hope when you get on your train later today that you don't come back.
No, right, I was going to say, bring it back to like slagging off spoons. You do order Stellas, like you can't.
You do drink Stella, mate.
How was the Stella that they had, Joe?
Right, it had 0 head. I had 0 head with my Stella. No head.
Do you want to say no head one more time?
No head. There was no head. I received no head with the Stella. It cost me £3.88. Do you know what, that's cheap these days, but I don't want a cheap tasting pint. When I order a Stella, there's usually a bit of a head. It's very bubbly. It was flat. It was dead. It took me about, to be fair, it only took me about 30 minutes to drink it all.
That's bad.
Ethan, you haven't asked how everyone is.
Yeah.
I know, you haven't asked how we are yet.
He's on about beer. Ted, how has your week been, mate? We've had enough of Joe for now.
Yeah, it's been good.
Be quiet.
Yeah.
It's been very good. I haven't really done much. No, actually, I'm bankrupt now, actually.
You're bankrupt.
Yeah,
we
yes.
went down the pub for
Oh.
the England
Oh,
game,
yeah.
didn't we? And
Aren't we all?
I tried to buy me and Ethan a pint each. I can't decline.
Oh dear.
Bloody hell.
I wouldn't say my card declined yesterday, but do you know like when like it asked you to put it in and you
Yeah.
know put your pin in.
Yeah.
I was at the chippy, you know, after we were all done hanging out, and I was like, you know, I'll have two fish and chip specials, 2 fish cake butties.
Thought he had loads of money.
I mean, you know, 20 quid for 4 items, pretty decent, I think. But obviously, I tapped it and it was like, put your card in.
I bet you're thinking, ooh, here
I
we
was
go.
like,
Here we go.
yep.
So, did it get declined or not?
Well, no, obviously I ended up putting it in.
Oh,
You know-
right.
you know,
I
story,
see,
Joe,
yeah.
what a story.
Yeah, that's really. Anyway, enough about you. Zach, how you getting on, mate? How's your week been?
Pretty decent, to be fair, even though I haven't really done anything.
What
But-
have you been up to?
I don't know, actually.
He doesn't know what he's been doing.
It's a slow start,
He's
though. It's a
existing.
slow
He's
start.
existing. He's existing.
I'm existing. I'll
You're
say
existing.
that.
You're doing things. What are you doing this weekend, Zach? I know you're off on an adventure.
Off to Birmingham away.
Very nice. Very nice.
I
But
feel
I think
very
it's about
sorry
the
for you.
seventh time I've been to Birmingham away.
are you confident?
Not
How
at
are you
all.
two feeling since we last spoke about Wednesday? Obviously, we've had the international break now. I guess I don't know if you've had any injured players, but
New goalkeeping coach,
Bibbo.
nice,
Is it Bibbo?
interesting.
Sal Bibbo,
Sal
former goalkeeping coach for Arsenal.
I'm not sure, but I think there's developments for all 3 of our teams, if I'm not mistaken, over the international break. Anything else been happening down at Wednesday?
Well, Danny said, I'm on like first name basis with him now. He said that you're gonna make this like international break like a mini pre-season.
Yeah.
So
Right,
it's
okay.
good. He's got like time with players. Obviously,
good.
I can't comment on how I'm feeling until Saturday, but I think we're looking decent before, despite getting spanked 4-0 in this last game. But we'll see.
I think like I said last week, I think we'll pick up. I don't think we'll stay up, but I think we'll pick up, and I think it'll be close at the end of the season.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I think Birmingham though they'll have a bit of a point to prove under.
I can
Mourinho.
see it being a battle down the bottom there towards the end of the season. I like to think we won't be around that area anymore for very long, but I think it looks like there's going to be teams down there that are going to be fighting for survival. And I actually think Wednesday will be one of them teams that sort of they'll have a go towards the end.
Talking about survival, is Southgate going to keep his job?
No, he shouldn't. After that game, that is one of the most boring games of football I've ever watched in my life ever.
It was really.
It
bad.
was terrible.
But like I said, though, it seems before international tournaments for Southgate, we look absolutely awful in the games leading up to it. But at the tournament, we look a lot better.
I think at the tournament we occasionally play some good football, but it's a case of like,
But
I really don't think that he's got it in him.
no, I think
He should be getting more out of these players.
apparently he is leaving after the Euros.
Good.
But like, I feel like now he's announced that we're going to just end up winning it just because he said he's going to leave.
No.
I think that's what's going to happen.
I just think with him, I don't know if this is unfair to say, so stop me if you think it is, but
Go on then.
in every tournament he's managed, we've got such an easy run, and then the first real hurdle, we trip.
I think. Yeah.
Like,
probably.
how did-
I'm trying to
we
make
beat we beat Germany, didn't we?
Yeah,
but
I
they're
think
terrible now.
Yeah.
I think in the Euros we had a couple of tough games.
I think we'll make it to at
But-
least semi-finals at Euros.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
which games do you think were tough in the Euros?
I'm trying to remember
All of them.
They're all tough games, but
That's
like,
the thing. You've got to think that these teams have qualified for the World. I suppose most of these teams are qualified for the World Cup for a reason, because they're good at football. So
But we're better.
no, I absolutely agree. We should be better, but you can't just say you can't play someone like I don't know, like a Sweden or a Ukraine. But that should have been easy anyway, because these teams do have some good players, and you can't. It's like playing in the Championship or the Premier League. Like, no game is ever going to be an easy game, even in the Championship. Because when you're playing at that level, any game it's football. At the end of the day, I think 9 times out of 10 in football, anyone can beat anyone.
I don't know. I think international football is a lot different in that sense.
No, I agree in terms of I think England should be operating, and these players should be operating at a much higher level than what they are
Dinosaur
at the
football.
moment. It is, and we've got players we've got some of the top players in the world.
Yeah,
and
100%.
and we were playing how we did at the weekend, or was it midweek? I can't remember what day it was now.
It was Tuesday.
Was it Tuesday?
Was it Monday? Monday.
Was it Monday night?
Yeah, it was Monday night.
I remember I was sat there with takeaway pizza and then one of them pint bottles of San Miguel, and I was sat in the common room.
You sent us a snap.
Oh no,
Yeah,
absolutely.
It
mate.
was Monday.
It was class. It was class. But yeah, like the game was terrible. The best part of that game was the pizza that I was eating.
To be fair, that pizza looked,
Mate, it was
very, very, very
unreal.
nice.
Shout out to Chino's on London Road. If I can recommend any takeaway in Sheffield, it would be that one. Chino's on London Road.
Or, I told you to try out Freddy's.
Yeah, you
Chicken
did.
and pizza.
Yeah, you did. I will have to try it at some point.
Yeah.
We've almost got the full lineup now for Euros. We've just got the playoffs to go.
Mm.
And if you look at some of the teams in the playoffs, a lot of them have never played in a Euros or any major international tournament before.
Yeah.
You look at teams like Luxembourg, who seem to have had quite a big rise in the recent years compared to what they used to be. They used to be finishing bottom every group, but now they've qualified for the playoffs for the Nations League. And then there's Estonia as well. There's Bosnia and teams like that. I think it's something like 4 out of the 7 have never played in Euros before.
Mm.
So that's quite exciting, to be fair.
It'll be exciting to see what these teams can do.
Like Scotland as well. Do you think they'll have a good tournament?
I think they will. I actually think they will.
Yeah, yeah.
I think Scotland are cooking.
Do you think they'll be the Wales? What Wales did?
Similar.
not so far, not so far.
I think they've got a good team.
I think it's a team spirit that they have.
Exactly. Yeah. That there's a togetherness there, and you can see. I think they've played some good football at times. When I've watched them recently, they look decent. They look.
McTominay is the Scottish R9.
He's good. He's good.
I don't think he's playing up front, is he?
I don't know. He's scoring goals though. He's scoring goals.
What do you think to Ireland?
They're just not. They have some really good players coming through.
They do.
They have Evan Ferguson. They have
Adam Eder.
Who?
What a footballer! Oh, Zach, don't tell me you don't know who Adam Eder is. He's an amazing footballer. Eder. Even as an Irish fan, I'm not sure.
Do you think Stephen Kenny is a good enough manager for them, or do you think he's similar to Southgate?
I think for the team that they've got, I think he's all right.
They have a lot of Championship League One players.
They do.
They have like players like Troy Parrott starting.
Well, there's Shane Duffy captain them at the weekend.
They've got some good players coming through. I think they could be like Scotland in a few years, to be fair.
I don't think Wales, Scotland, and Ireland. I don't think they're far off each other in terms of ability.
Yeah.
I think they're all up and coming, and they're all starting to do quite well. So
Wales.
Fair play to all of our neighbours.
Wales are on the downer, I think.
Wales are on
Do you think?
Yeah.
Without Gareth Bale, I think they're on the downer.
True. No, but they'll have players that come through.
I don't think they'll get through the playoffs, to be honest.
Have they got a bagsman? Like
They got goal scorer.
Kiefer Moore.
Oh. What a footballer. What a player.
No.
I remember when they were at Rotherham, and for some reason I went with my friends to a Rotherham away game at Doncaster. He scored in the last minute. I don't know why I mentioned that, but I just remember something about Kiefer Moore.
What a player.
Can I just ask before we move on from international football or something? What are everyone's thoughts on the Nations League as a tournament?
I still don't understand it fully, to be honest.
I don't like it.
I don't like it.
I think it's pointless. However, I suppose if you're a team that's, I don't know, got a few injuries or you're on a bad run of form, I suppose the international break is good for a team that needs to turn things around.
There's definitely too many international breaks.
Oh no, that absolutely is. But also, I think it's a good thing for new managers. Like when new managers are coming in, if a new manager comes in, their ideal time to come in would be in an international break, wouldn't it? Because they've then got 1.5, 2 weeks to
get everything ready,
get their team together, implement a tactic for the players that are still there, and then so I think there's pros and cons to international breaks, but I agree, in the calendar year there are far too many.
I think for me it takes away from how special it should feel.
Yeah, when you see England play, do you know what I mean? It does take away the magic a little bit of international football.
Yeah,
I can agree with that.
I think there should be a tournament made for lower ranked teams in the world. Do you know what I mean?
So that's kind of in the Nations League, to be fair.
Yeah, but why are England in it then?
Yeah, but I mean at the bottom groups, the groups are just full of the smaller teams.
And
it gives them a chance to get to the playoffs for the Euros.
I do think it's kind of pointless though. I think when you've got the World Cup, you've got the Euros. Why do you need Nations League?
I want to see like San Marino slugging it out with like ranked 199
Montserrat.
Yeah, something like that.
Yes.
One thing I am loving on Twitter is the San Marino fan account.
Yeah, that's
They've
good.
scored three games in a row. They've scored 3 games in a row.
That is history.
They are close. I think they're close to getting their second win in their history. I think it's going to happen.
That'll be amazing.
Right,
I hope they
think
do. I hope they do.
They only lost 2-1 to Denmark.
I know, it was impressive.
That is very good.
I saw this
Denmark are a good team. They're a well drilled team.
I saw this conversation on Twitter, and it was saying, "Could you play for San Marino?" And the amount of people on football Twitter that think they don't realise the gap between professional footballers and the rest of the world.
No, but mate, Twitter fingers are always going to be around, aren't they? Like everyone on Twitter is invincible. Because they're on Twitter,
hiding behind, their keyboard or,
there you go.
Or their screen.
Mate, everyone on Twitter is invincible on Twitter.
Someone who plays for San Marino is closer to Messi than any normal person is closer to the San Marino player.
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
100%.
Should we move on? Should we?
All right, I'm not sure if you lot saw this, but did you read some of the comments we had on the first episode?
Yes.
Yeah.
No.
There was someone asking what our top 5 footballers' wives were.
Right then, we're not doing that one.
Yeah. Do you know what
we will not answer that question.
we're going to move swiftly on?
We're not misogynists on this podcast.
No,
It was
exactly.
a very good question though.
One of us might be a misogynist on this podcast.
I think we have a misogynist on this podcast. The word misogyny.
It was just a very funny comment.
Actually, no. Let's not do that today.
But we are ranking something else, Dak, aren't we?
We are
We are
FIFA songs.
FIFA songs.
top 3 FIFA songs.
I
Plus
got to remember mine. I've got
honourable
mine somewhere.
mentions.
We can have some honourable mentions. I didn't.
Should we start with the honourable mentions? Should we just all name songs that aren't in our top 3? But
Get Over It by Rat Boy.
Don't know that one.
no.
All right.
Problem is, I can't think of.
Thing is, if we're going to name a song and none of us know it, or none of the rest of them know it, you can't really play it, can you?
That's the problem. I can't put the name to the thing.
Yeah.
Ba 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 ba.
Go on, Ted. Go on.
Ba. That's how you get it. I'm not embarrassing myself.
No, go on. Keep going.
No, because then Joe's constipation went with the most embarrassing thing on this podcast.
I
still
think
it was.
even with my constipation, you are still the most embarrassing thing on this podcast.
Okay, Joe. Someone say their honourable mentions before I start crying, please.
My first honourable mention that I haven't put in my top 3, I think I can see it being in one of your top 3, but I've got Kids by MGMT.
That is in my honourable mentions.
It's in my
I
top
love
3.
MGMT, and it's not even my favourite MGMT song.
What is?
Yes.
Time to Pretend.
Yes.
That's mine as well. We have so much in common.
Yeah. Little Dark Age as well.
That is
It's a
really
TikTok
good.
song, but it is a banger.
I got Stop the Rock. Great song.
Which FIFA is that from?
I can't remember.
With all of my songs, I have the FIFA.
I have as well.
Of what they was in.
No, I didn't do that. I just.
Kids is from FIFA 09.
Yep. Shall we
Or-
do?
Always Where I Need to Be by the Kooks. That's a
I
good
like
one.
the Kooks, to be fair. They're very
Yeah.
good.
It's a good
That's a
song.
good one.
It's a good song. Yeah.
Helicopter by Block Party.
I've got a helicopter.
Shoot.
Yeah. I've got
That's
helicopter in
honourable
mine.
mentions
Yeah.
there.
It's
I've got it in my actual.
I've actually seen Block Party live.
Have
Lucky
you?
man.
Saw them at Leeds O2 Academy. They were very, very good.
Very nice. Very nice.
Right.
I have Supermassive Black Hole.
I didn't think that was I've seen that live as well, and I didn't think that was a FIFA song until recently.
FIFA 07.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
it was.
But it would be in my top 3 if I'd realised it were a FIFA song.
It was before my time, but it's such a good song
Even
that
was about
I had to
19
include it anyway.
I absolutely love Muse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Second honourable mention, Ethan.
Fool's Gold.
Oh, I've got
Stone Roses.
Stone Rose. I've got them in my top 3.
Great song. It was close. It was close. It could have gone on my top
16 Years by the Griswolds. That's quite a big one, FIFA 15.
It's all lost on me, this.
It would help if we could play the songs.
Yeah.
That's what, but we
Yeah.
can't copyright
Copyright.
infringement.
Right. Should we
and
just
all
get
that
into his
jazz.
top 3? Should we get into
Yeah, go on.
I have
Okay, Joe.
Sleep Alone, Two Door Cinema Club. One of the greatest Two Door Cinema Club songs
I
of
Can
all
Talk
time.
is better, and that was on FIFA 11.
No, Sleep Alone's better. It was on.
No, I Can Talk is
It
better.
was on FIFA 13.
Okay.
I'm going to say a song that I think everyone says is like in the best FIFA songs ever. Dreaming by Small Pools.
We're missing a song here, lads. Absolutely missing a song here.
We're not even on the top 3 yet.
I know, but even so, you haven't done it justice.
That's in my top 3, though.
I can't wait to bring it up.
Right then, are we on top 3?
Yeah,
now?
go on.
I put Dreaming by Small Bulls.
Right, I have Clubfoot, Kasabian.
Yeah, again, one of the best songs I've heard live.
I've got Red Morning Light. Great song.
Number 3 are we doing?
Yeah.
Just in any order. Mine are in any order.
Well, my number 3 is Cocoon by Catfish and the Bottlemen.
One of the best
understandable
indie albums of all time.
It is.
And apparently they're going to be making a comeback soon.
I do hope they do.
Supposedly.
I've seen them live and they are class.
Have you seen them? They're one of the only indie bands I want to see live now.
They're so good.
I've got... I could have picked about 70 Group Love songs, but I'm going with I'm With You by Group Love. And I think it's quite different for a FIFA song, 'cause it's quite long. It takes a while to build up. It has like an opening instrumental for at least like a good couple minutes, and because I think it's like a big outlier as a FIFA song, I really like it. So
problem is for songs like that, like, are you ever in the menu long enough to listen to a song that's
but I've listened to it a lot after I've stopped playing FIFA.
I suppose, unless you're doing a career mode and you're sort of going through your players and you're doing training or whatever.
No, like before I play, I'm doing like the warm ups and that. I've got the cones out. I'm dribbling drills. That's on in the background.
Can you do that?
He stands his room. He actually does the drills himself.
I run about with my controller.
Takes it outside.
I have number 2, but it goes anywhere. Fit But You Know It, The Streets.
Oh, I didn't know that one. Again, I didn't know that one on FIFA.
That's a banger.
Now that one was before my time, but it's amazing song.
One of the best songs on FIFA ever is Heat Waves.
No.
Not
Not
even the best glass back.
Come on, lads.
Youth is so bad.
It's such a classic.
Can we have a vote and kick Ethan off the podcast right now?
Why can't you have Heat Waves?
Aye.
Why can't we have Heat Waves?
Could be worse. Could be Love Me Again by John Newman.
No, you see, Love Me Again is better.
No, it's not.
No, it's not. No, it's not. It's not better than Heat Waves.
It's so overplayed.
That's shocking.
No, Heat Waves is such an overplayed song. You barely hear Love Me Again anymore.
I hear it all the time, no matter what.
Heat Waves is boring.
Heat Waves is boring. It doesn't go anywhere.
There's no substance, there's no passion. There's no fight in that song.
You've got to have the passion.
I forgot you're a musician.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Come to my gig.
All right, my
right then. Do you want to talk about your gig real quick, Ted?
Oh, yeah.
No. Let's
go on. Let's get the plug out of the way. So obviously we've got ourselves a partner with Jumpers and Collars. If you follow the Instagram,
I wouldn't really call them a partner.
We literally have the lead singer on the podcast.
Yeah,
I wouldn't really call it a partner.
Whatever. Okay, an affiliation. That'll do. We've got an affiliation with Jumpers and Collars, and Ted, take it away. Talk us about your.
Come to Indigo in Sheffield.
When?
Well, we don't know yet. We'll say like it's in early December.
You've never done advertisement before, have you?
No.
You're playing the Chantry in Rotherham tomorrow, aren't you?
Yeah. But we're not. That one in Indigo is a battle of the bands, and like, if you want to win, you got to promote it.
Well,
they're getting the promotion.
Well, there you go.
That was amazing promotion, right there.
I just scowled at them, so I don't think I'm going to win it.
You didn't say the day, you didn't say the date, you didn't say the month.
You didn't say what type of music you play.
You didn't say
good
the
music.
time.
Right, anyway, speaking of good music, number 2, Jerk It Out by the Caesars.
That is
it's an overplayed one, but it's very good.
But like, if it's good, I think you can excuse it being overplayed, unlike Heat Waves.
Yeah, Heat Waves just wasn't a good song to begin with.
You two are just haters, that's the problem. You two belong on Twitter. That's what I think.
You belong on TikTok.
TikTok?
Because you're an annoying...
Do you know what? We actually don't have a TikTok.
Has everyone done the number 2 then?
Yeah.
My number 1 is a very niche one because it's from FIFA 10. So you're probably not going to know it, but it's Not Thinking Straight by Pinchot Riot.
Don't know it.
It's quite heavy for a FIFA song, I think. But me and my mates used to love playing it all the time when we were out drinking. So it has a lot of meaning for me.
I think they should stick some AC/DC on FIFA once at some point.
I mean, they just don't have good songs anymore.
It's all rap, which I have no problem with. But I think
FIFA's changed with the times, isn't it?
Yeah, but I think it needs more variety.
Yeah.
I liked on FIFA 23 when they got all the old songs.
Imagine getting some ABBA on there. You're just sat in the menu.
Mamma mia.
You're just sat in the menu, and you're on pro clubs with your mates, and you just listen.
And Dancing Queen
yeah,
comes
you're
on.
just listening to Dancing Queen. You're all sat there in the lobby, just waiting to play a match.
Number 1. Moving swiftly on from Dancing Queen.
Body Rock.
I was going to say mine, not yours.
Well,
You've ruined it now.
well, now you know mine.
You're a bit premature, pal.
Yeah, well, now you know mine.
Fool's Gold, Stone Roses.
Very nice, very nice.
Mid-band.
Wrong.
You're a mid-band.
I'm not the biggest fan of Ian Brown, but I like Stone Roses.
I'm literally the podcast affiliate.
Joe, we're supposed to be supporting the jumpers and collars, mate.
Do not come and see Jumpers and Collars at Indigo.
Oh, well.
Right, what's yours again?
well, that's not going on the Instagram, because otherwise everyone's going to be like, oh, I thought they were partners. I said mine.
All right, okay. My number 1's Kids. Oh, no.
Wait, that is a clip and a half, that.
Oh dear. Yes, but very, very, very good song.
It is a
Very good song.
It
It's
is
very nostalgic. That's the thing with FIFA. It's like there's so many nostalgic songs, isn't there?
There is.
We'll let
Sorry,
these continue
I can't
laughing.
concentrate, I can't
We'll let
concentrate.
these continue laughing.
Joe was making some wild accusations before the podcast, and he's doing it to me now, and I'm not having it. This is slander.
Do you want to repeat that again, Ted? What's your favourite song?
Favourite song?
What's your favourite song from FIFA?
Kids
Oh.
by MGM2.
No, but
Yeah.
it's just... Do you know what it was? It was the silence after.
Oh,
Oh,
I don't want to be here.
He's not done yet. Oh. Anyway, right. Let's try and find a segue.
Are we going into? Right. I'm gonna ask this question now. What would be your dream I'm a Celebrity lineup?
Oh.
4 different categories:
Okay.
football,
Okay.
music,
Okay.
TV, and anything else.
Who wants to start? Should we go? Like
I
that?
think I've got mine here, so I'll start.
I'll go on then. We'll go from your end.
For music, I've gone with Ozzy Osbourne. But,
Oh, okay.
But the only issue is age.
he's getting on a bit.
He's getting on a bit, so I don't think he'd be able to do 80% of the challenges because he'd probably turn to dust and evaporate. So, but he's a legend, and I quite really enjoyed the reality TV show.
Wait, Zach, are we in the jungle with them, or are we just?
No,
are
it's
we
just
observing?
it's probably
it's-
we want to watch.
Just about to say, okay.
So, anyone else for music?
I think Liam Gallagher would be a bit funny.
Probably.
Yeah, Liam Gallagher.
He's a
would
hothead,
be
isn't he?
good. Has Ollie Murs been in there?
No, he hasn't.
No.
I'd take Ollie Murs in there. I think it'd be a right laugh.
Don't give him a Pringle can though. Do you remember that?
I don't remember that.
I don't want to know. I do not want to know.
Do you not know?
No, I do not
He
want
made
to
this
know.
like video where he put a Pringles can on his crotch and went, "Do you want one?" to his girlfriend, and she just put her hand in it. I was like, "I get pranked."
Go on then, Ted.
Alex Turner.
Of course.
Well, you didn't give it. I wasn't prepared for this one. I just think it'd be a good laugh because
I'd like to see Ted Sharp on I'm a Celebrity.
I'd be terrible.
I think he'd be absolutely.
how would you-
I think he'd be absolutely awful.
How would you deal with the trials?
I'm terrified of heights. Like I want once Joe go ape.
No.
You were scared at Go 8.
Mate,
He's
Mate,
on
no,
the ropes
I
anyway.
had a panic attack. I started crying. I
Oh.
was like 10 though.
Oh well. Well, we'll move on then because you're definitely not going in. Absolutely
No.
not.
That's exactly why you should go in.
It would be some good content, especially for the podcast, mate. We would be slating you every single
Oh
week.
yeah, because as if
Every-
ITV would
every-
allow somebody to
You're meant
show
to be
the
my friend.
footage.
Every time he's in there, we'd just come on here and just
Start laughing.
laugh.
Performance review for this
Yeah.
week. Oh,
Watch along.
you meant to be my friends.
Yeah, I was gonna say we'd have a live stream watch along. I don't know how ITV would feel about that though. But
Probably
Right,
not.
football. Neil Warnock.
I second this. This is my choice
Why are
as
you getting a
well.
bunch of dinosaurs?
Neil
in
Wa-
that?
I was gonna say you can't have too many old people.
That's the issue because a lot of them can't do most of the challenges.
I've got one older person, but I think he's one of the greatest people on the planet. Football.
Matt Letizia.
Oh, I was about to say that. you took me answer. For God's sake.
So it can be a player or a gaffer, yeah?
It could be anyone involved.
Anyone involved in football. I really don't know. Come back to me. I'm still thinking.
Do you know who'd be quite funny? I think he'd get a lot of stick, which would be funnier. Mike Dean.
Yeah.
Oh, get a referee in there. Absolutely. Get Simon Hooper in there, the twat.
Right.
I hate Simon Hooper with a burning passion.
So, do they have to have played football or just be involved in the game in any?
Involved in the game, but they have to be known for football, basically.
Right. Okay.
I'm going to go Mark Chapman so we can finally, for a little bit, get a decent presenter on Match of the Day too, because he is bland. I
think Eddie Howe would be a good laugh.
That's a really weird suggestion.
I don't know why. I think he's got charisma about him. I think he'd be a funny guy. I think stick him in the jungle.
I can actually see Mark Chapman on the jungle.
Can you? They don't have a footballer this year, do they?
They don't have anyone. They have a sports person at all or not?
Tony Bellew.
Oh yeah, he's not gone in there yet.
And what's his name? Frank, whatever his name is.
Bellew hasn't got in there yet, though, is he? I think he's going to be one of the ones that come in.
I think he's coming.
He's coming in after.
He's coming now. I think it's this episode.
Yeah.
Is everyone here watching it?
Not really.
I am. All I've seen so far is Nigel Farage's arse, so I turned off. I don't want to see that.
No, I've not been watching it. But.
Are we going to talk about that Nella then, or?
Oh. No, I don't think we should talk about Nella. I think it's a bit of a hot topic.
It is a hot topic. I think we'll leave that one out for today.
I will safely say, Fred said nothing wrong.
But I think she's grieving, and I think you can't give too much stick.
Yeah. I mean, I think when you're in something like that, look, okay, so different scenario. I watched a series on YouTube from Futsal. Shout out Futsalum, they're brilliant. Locked in, really good show. And do you know what? When you're in an environment like that, whether it be Locked In, I'm a Celebrity, Big Brother, if you remember that. Is Big Brother a thing anymore? I don't think it is anymore.
It is. Yeah,
it's still a thing. Is it?
Yeah.
Or like Love Island or something. Emotions are always going to be high. You're stuck with these people. Obviously, we only see an hour of each day, and it was the same on Locked In. Like each episode was like 40 minutes, so you see 40 minutes out of 24 hours. Do you know what I mean? So these people have to spend all this time together.
Well, they'll always pick the most interesting parts out.
No, exactly. So emotions are always going to be high. I'm sure Nella wouldn't have reacted like that perhaps on another day. Maybe she was having a bad day. I'm not sure, but like, I mean, Twitter are absolutely gunning for her so far. I don't know if you've noticed. Yeah. Twitter are absolutely going for her.
You could tell Fred did nothing wrong because ITV included the context.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't think he seems like a nice guy. Look, he didn't mean it, did he?
Yeah, plus he speaks in broken English as well. Yeah. So how are you going to take offence to him saying I could be your dad?
No, yeah, exactly. It was taken completely out of context. I think she it got to the point where she was rude. I agree with that. She was just outright not very nice.
I won't eat your cooking. Don't talk to me. You stay over there.
You stay over there. I'll stay over here.
And she was complaining, saying that when she wanted to do something during cooking or something like that,
she doesn't want him around the table.
Fred didn't.
She wants to split the campfire up completely.
Yeah, but I mean, Fred's a cook. It's
in his DNA.
How are you going to tell a cook that you want to cook your own meal, though? Innit?
Yeah. If he's there doing it for you, like
exactly.
I think. I mean, we'll come off this topic in a minute because it is quite a controversial. It's quite a touchy subject.
Definitely.
But
everyone has bad days, though.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's why I mentioned Locked In because who was it? I think it was. I don't know if you watched the show, but it was Shannon. She had a couple of bad days on there, and
Chris MD.
Chris MD's ex, yeah. And Danny Aaron's come out, and he was on the What's Good podcast with Simon Miniminter and Randolph, and they spoke about it, and. He said that someone was like begging to leave, and I'm pretty sure it was her because they sort of showed on the episodes. Like you say, they're only going to show the bits that give good content, aren't they? Do you know what I mean? And like I say, you see 40 minutes to an hour out of 24 hours. So I don't think you can ever really judge a person on these shows that much because you don't see the full story necessarily. Yeah. But with that case, they did show everything.
Yeah, and they have the nerve to call it reality TV or something like that.
Yeah.
But it just isn't, is it?
Nah. Like you say, it's little snippets of people's days and whatever gives the best content.
All right, someone from TV now.
Yeah, let's move on.
Are we on about TV programs?
It could be any like an actor. It could be all like that.
Okay.
Go on.
I actually don't have one for this. It's the only one.
Oh, okay. We'll come back to you. Go on, Joe.
I don't have one either.
God,
I don't watch enough TV. I can't lie.
Jeremy Clarkson. What a man.
Yeah. No, James May. James May be better.
Do you know what? Any of the three. In fact, you know what? I'm sending them in as a package. All three of them are going in together.
Gibby from iCarly.
That is a shout. Ted's got the correct opinions.
Have any of you ever watched like normal TV before in your lifetime?
When I was a kid.
Problem is, I suppose we've sort of grown up in an era where TV sort of died out, didn't it? Like for people our age, in terms of we had YouTube,
when we were like teenagers, yeah,
Spotify, podcasts. Like, do you know what I mean? All of a sudden, like TV was completely pointless because you sort of had everything you wanted to watch on here. Do you know what I mean? Netflix, Disney Plus, Amazon, like so.
Baby Shark.
I suppose so. But like, do you know what I mean? It's like, I suppose TV sort of not died out necessarily because people obviously still watch it, or otherwise they wouldn't continue making these shows. But in terms of like I think our generation was the last generation to sort of watch TV, if you like.
Yeah.
And then
do you know what I mean?
And then they remade everything and absolutely butchered it.
Yeah.
Like Bob the Builder.
Thomas the Tank Engine got
Thomas the
absolutely
Tank
mugged
Engine.
up. Thomas the Tank Engine's 2D now. I remember. Do you remember when they were like actual like model trains and like they actually looked real?
SpongeBob's got worse.
Has it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, wait.
Has.
They've changed SpongeBob.
Well, they haven't changed it, but it's just got worse in terms of the writers.
Oh.
Because the original guy who made a lot of the early episodes, Stephen
Right.
Hillenberg, who was the creator, he left after the 3rd season, and that's when it started going downhill. And then he died a couple of years ago.
Oh.
So, but to be fair, they have people who now are writing the show who watched it growing up. But the issue is they just started lobbing in references to the old episodes.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think a lot of shows do that, especially kids shows. I think if you're, well, not a kids show, but if you're a kids show that's got like you're aware of an adult audience, whether that be, I don't know, SpongeBob or something, like they'll always
WWE as well.
Yeah, like they'll always reference old things to appeal to the fans that have grown up, if that makes sense. Do you know what I mean?
There's a way to make they did it perfectly where it appealed to kids and adults in the early seasons. So it's not like that's why I don't get like the people who say, "Oh, it's just a kids show anyway." At the end of the day, they did it well to where it appealed to both, which is what a lot of good TV shows do.
Yeah. Do you reckon the Bikini Bottom has a Wetherspoons?
I mean, it has the Krabby Patty. You don't really need one, does it?
No, you can.
That's basically alcohol.
Now the prices are ridiculous in
and no booze.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
but I mean,
Mate, I'm not eating or drinking in a fucking Krusty Krab.
they're
mate.
already
You're in the
liquid. They're already
chum
in the
bucket.
sea, aren't
Huh?
they?
In the chum bucket where
in
you
the
go.
chum bucket. Yeah, that's probably the Wetherspoons, isn't it? Oh, dude.
Would you like to hear my SpongeBob laugh?
Go on then.
Go on.
Is that going to be the clip? Is that going to be the clip?
No, that was actually better in my... Wait. I'm not going to try it again.
No, please try it again, please.
Tell you what, this podcast has been a shambles.
I think we spent around 5 minutes.
Do you know what it is? I think we peaked too early. The first episode was awesome. But anyway.
I like it as a train wreck like this, though.
No, it's good. We're just having a chat. Some people will find it interesting. Some people some people would have clicked off after 10 minutes after he was talking about constipation.
No, he was talking about constipation. He brought it up. He brought it up twice.
Yeah,
I've gone
true.
red. Can we cut that bit out? Sorry.
No,
absolutely
no.
not.
Please
That's staying.
do it again.
I think you should do it again.
No, if you do it, like, can you give it a go and I'll do it again?
Absolutely not,
Joe.
I'm not subjecting myself to it.
Zach, do you want to do it?
I thought that was it then.
No.
Is this really it?
That's actually really good.
That's better than Ted's.
No, because no one's beating that. Like that
No.
could be
No,
SpongeBob.
that wasn't SpongeBob.
That could be SpongeBob.
That was definitely SpongeBob.
That was definitely SpongeBob.
No, it wasn't.
Bloody hell.
Right, let's move on.
Right.
No, I still want to hear Ted's again.
Oh, go on then.
Right then. Moving on.
Now the last one. Any other? Anyone like from anything?
Oh, okay.
I've gone with William Regal, who was a WWE wrestler. Who was British.
Nice.
And for me, he's one of the greatest, most underrated wrestlers of all time. Not just in ring wise, but in terms of his character as well. Like he perfected comedy and acting in WWE, and for me, I think he'd be class in the jungle.
I would go for a content creator. I'd go for a YouTuber.
KSI?
No, I would go.
Got the Midas touch.
No, I'll tell you what.
Did you know everything KSI touches turns to gold?
According to this man over here.
It's true. You can't say he doesn't. Realistically, what has that guy done and failed in?
Crypto.
Fair play. He's got me there. Well, fuck's sake, that's so awkward.
Well, this is so far away. I can't.
Yeah, true. It's a long old way.
You barricaded yourself in.
He's barricading himself behind the spoons stuff.
Yeah, you stay over there, Joe. No, but anyway, I don't think you can say he hasn't. Other than he screwed up on crypto, but everything else he
did.
Done is pretty good.
I swear down the guy lost like 8 mil on crypto.
I think so. Yeah, probably. But with Prime, that's probably pocket change. Logan Paul said the other day that it had made over $1 billion. Prime had.
We'll talk about Logan Paul, shall we, with his crypto scams.
Oh yeah, I was going to say. You want to talk about problems with crypto? We'll talk about Logan Paul.
Sponsor Arsenal though, don't they?
I don't think we want to get sued though.
They sponsor Barcelona, they sponsor Arsenal, and they sponsor Bayern Munich.
And do they do the whole UFC?
Yeah, they also do UFC. I think
there's a baseball team as well.
Yeah,
they're doing well. I tell you what, fair play to them.
And then they sponsor DAZN. They sponsor DAZN.
No, that's
sponsor Haaland, don't they?
They sponsor Haaland. Alicia Lehman as well. They sponsor her as well. They've got what else have they got? Obviously KSI, he's got Misfits, hasn't he? They're raking in the money. They're raking in the money with DAZN with these big fights. I tell you what, we might have an episode on like other sports. We might have an episode at some point. We'll have an episode because I do want to bring up like influencer sport, not just like YouTube boxing, but I want to talk about like because the boxing world seems to have a problem with influencer boxing. But then when the Sidemen have their charity match, like or these celebrity games happen, like
it's for charity though.
True. Yeah, I suppose. Do you think they could turn the whole boxing thing into more of a charity-based thing, like the YouTube boxing stuff?
It's different though, because like you're not putting like.
Well, you're putting your life on the line,
exactly.
aren't you? Yeah, I suppose. So.
I'm not saying like there's probably a low chance of a YouTuber killing another YouTuber in a fight. I think.
No, but you're.
But there is the chances there.
Yeah.
I just think.
I think.
I won't get punched in the face for charity. I'd want it all in my
Okay, then.
pocket.
So, if they done a YouTube football event again, so like, but they sold out. So they sold out West Ham in September, didn't they? So if they went and done it in Wembley, but they made money from it, do you think football fans would have a problem with it? Do you think us football fans would you be fussed?
No, I think because they have done it for charity for so many years. If they then just went, haha, not anymore, lol. And then it'd be like, well, why?
No, so they sell tickets at like normal football prices, like they do in Misfits on the boxing. They sell them at like standard rate going prices. So if they did that at Wembley, each ticket's £20.
Would you sell for charity?
No.
Oh no, then.
Oh no.
So would you be fuming?
Well, I wouldn't.
As a football fan, would you be pissed off that these, I suppose, in football, randomers have had a chance to play at Wembley in front of 90,000 people?
I would not care.
Would that bother you?
I'd feel more sorry for the people that have bought the tickets.
I can't lie, I went to the Wembley Cup in 2017.
Was it good?
It was quite good.
Oh, the Wembley Cup's a throwback. That was before like #United were like.
No, it was hashtag United.
No, but they weren't like. That was properly established.
That was the first year. That was the first year of. That was the first year they had hashtag playing in the Wembley Cup. Yeah. Because Charlie Morley scored in that game.
Charlie Morley's a great footballer, by the way.
Yeah.
Good player. Hashtag United, great team.
I suppose.
Can they go up this year?
Where are they? Like mid-table?
They're like 8th or 9th, I think.
Yeah.
Shall I have a look?
They've got some good. They've got some good older players, haven't they? They've got Greg Halford.
Yeah, they do. I think they're obviously going to have with the whole Spencer FC YouTube thing, his YouTube money, and obviously they got the YouTube channel and stuff. And they're rather popular. They're going to have more revenue coming in than the other teams that they're playing up against. Do you know what I mean? So I think
they're sitting in 8th, above Horsham. That's controversy, that isn't it? With Barnsley and Horsham.
Oh yeah, we can bring that up.
I have notes on Barnsley.
Oh, here we go. Joe's been waiting to talk about his notes.
No, I thought he was talking about hashtag though.
We'll bring that back in a minute. Go ahead.
Well, let me just turn my phone.
It's funny because it's.
How can a professional football club operate like that, where they overlook something like that.
I don't understand how they've made such an error, unless it was on purpose.
I mean,
they thought they could somehow get away with it.
They have apologised for, quote, the regrettable administrative error.
Well,
how do you make that mistake?
CAO is leaving in the summer, isn't it? And they want him out, don't they?
Mm.
Apparently, they're going to start organising a protest about the ownership soon.
But then doesn't that fall under the manager? The manager knows his team.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? The manager knows his team.
They want him out as well, Collins. I think that's a bit harsh, to be honest, because they're in top 6. They've lost most of their players.
Mm.
Obviously, I'm not a Barnsley fan, but so I don't know fully about their team, but they've lost basically all their best players, Kitchen, obviously the manager Michael Duff.
Where's Kitchen gone?
Coventry.
Oh wow.
And they've lost Mads Addison to Luton. Bobby Thomas went back to Burnley, and he's gone to Coventry as well.
Yeah.
So they've lost basically all the best players that they've had. James Norwood decided to go down to non-league rather than play for Barnsley.
Yeah.
And I think it's a bit harsh wanting the manager out after all that, because for me, they're obviously going to get worse. That's why I said I thought they'd be playoffs again this season.
Yeah.
But so I do think it's a bit harsh. But obviously, I'm not a Barnsley fan, so I can't really say it's their club.
For anyone that doesn't know, because we actually haven't explained the story yet. For anyone that doesn't know, Barnsley played a lower league side in the same league as #United. They played them in the Carabao
FA Cup.
FA Cup.
I don't think non-league clubs can play.
No, yeah, sorry, yeah.
Yeah.
They played in the
they played in the FA Cup.
Yeah, so they played in the FA Cup, and Barnsley fielded a player that wasn't registered to the squad. So there you go. I just thought I'd give them a bit of context.
I think the quote is
listening.
ineligible player.
Ineligible, yeah.
But they don't name him. They have not named him.
They've not named which player was eligible.
Ineligible.
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 I got an 8.
Anyway,
well,
the player has not been named.
It's Aidan Marsh, apparently.
Oh,
Aidan Marsh. Okay, interesting. But again,
the
manager knows his squad.
He was on loan at York at the start of the season and played in a qualifying round, apparently.
Again, but I don't understand how that goes past the manager. How does the manager not?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
It's a professional football club. They should be doing everything.
I mean, professionally, it's Barnsley.
No, but they're still a professional football club, aren't they? At the end of the day, I mean, however, amazing moment for Horsham.
Yeah,
that they've got a chance again to go and prove themselves. So why not?
Their winger, Shamir Fenelon, I remember about almost 10 years ago, we played Brighton in the Football League, and he was starting on the wing on the first game of the season, and he's now at Horsham. So. And he scored against Barnsley in that FA Cup.
You think there's still a player in there then?
Maybe. You see a lot of players that go down to non-league who obviously have talent, but obviously something else wrong in there.
Yeah.
Again, you look at so many players, look at Borthwick Jackson at Man United, playing in the Premier League every week, and he ended up down in League 2. I'm not sure where he is now. I think he's in non-league, isn't he?
Yeah, I've got a slight example in Josh Murphy. Obviously, you look at the Murphy twins. Came out of the Norwich City Academy. Haven't actually mentioned him at all today, to be fair. Came through the Norwich Academy. Jacob's obviously done really well.
You thought Josh were better than Jacob, didn't you, at first?
Well, when they were at Norwich, and I remember watching the game. It was we were playing Everton in the FA Cup, I think it was, and Josh just hits it from 35 yards, and it fully wraps. And it just wraps into the top corner. Magical goal. That's one of the memories I've got of him. But I think that they're both talents. But for Josh, it just hasn't really gone the way that he'd have hoped, and that, to be honest, us fans would have hoped, because I wanted to see them both at the top. We sold them both for decent fees, each of them, and I'm not sure where Josh is now. Is he?
He was at Oxford, weren't he? Is he still at Oxford?
Is he at Oxford? I think he might be at Oxford, but it's by the way, who are doing really well this season. That they're keeping pace with. We
mentioned it last week, didn't we? Last week, but they have lost the manager. But they got Des Buckingham in.
They did. Do you think there's a race on there, a promotion race?
I think Oxford will fall.
Because Bolton are in that race as well.
I think Oxford will fall off slightly, but I think they'll still be in the playoffs. I think Portsmouth will go up automatically.
You think they're actually going to do it this time?
Yeah, but I think there'll be a team that rise up into the automatics.
Stevenage.
Yeah, there'll be no.
Stevenage are doing very well.
They are, but
under Steve Evans.
They are doing well. Where was I? Oh yeah, Murphy twins. So obviously Jacob's done really, really well playing Champions League. So fair play to him.
We made him.
We did make him. He was so good for us though.
Yes.
Came from our academy, lads.
Yeah, but then he developed at Wednesday because it's a better environment to play in than.
Nobody develops at Wednesday.
Thank you, Jim.
Yeah, he wasn't getting into the Newcastle squad, was he?
No.
He wasn't for a while, but
And then he went on loan to us.
I think your loan definitely helped him.
Mate, he carried us.
But I do feel I'm so gutted for him with this shoulder injury. I think it's going to be one of them. I don't know if you remember when Carlton Morris played for us. Obviously he's fine now, but he had that same problem. He had this shoulder injury. It just kept coming back, and then eventually he went to Luton, and unfortunately he's doing really well for them. So there's that as well. But another team in League One I want to talk about is Exeter City, because I've got some notes here somewhere. I think Exeter City, they started the season really, really well. However,
all right, Joe. Come on now.
Cheers, mate. They now haven't won a game in League One since the 16th of September. So they started the season really well, and they've completely dropped off. So 11 games without a win since they beat Swindon in the EFL Trophy. I don't really know what's
I think it shows the up and down nature of the League One. It seems like a lot of teams have look at Port Vale losing 7-0 to Barnsley in the first game of the season. They're picking up again, being top. I think they were like top 2 at one point, and then dropping off again. It's just so up and down in the League One.
I think all 3 of the leagues below the Premier League are like that.
Yeah,
I think the Championship's exactly the same. I think you'll have teams that will start really well and then fall off, and then they'll come back again. I don't think there's too much distribution in terms of how the leagues work, but I think the Championship is definitely the most exciting league to watch, in my opinion.
Unless you're a Wednesday fan.
Yeah.
By the way, you two didn't answer the question for I'm a Celebrity for the last one.
Oh, yeah, you didn't.
Oh, well, I was thinking.
I don't even think I did the last 2.
Well, I actually said 3 people.
You did TV, I think.
Did I do TV?
I think you did.
Oh. What was the other one? Anybody. Can it be a TV personality?
Could be. I'm saying it's anyone. It could be anything.
I actually didn't answer mine either.
You did. You said KSI.
Yeah,
no, I didn't.
Yeah, you did.
No, you guys said that.
We're taking it.
You guys said that I said KSI. I was actually
said
I know it's been counted.
I was going to say
it's already on the list in the bookies.
I was going to say Bazinga.
All right, Sheldon.
Ethan Payne.
Sheldon Cooper over here.
I think Derek Trotter from Only Fools and Horses.
That is a shout.
Oh, that's a brilliant shout. Yeah, I like that. Well done. That's nice. That's good.
I'd go for a world leader, but one that's controversial. But I think the controversial ones at the minute are being a bit too controversial.
What would you say is not that controversial, but would be funny?
Kim Jong-un. He's not doing
He's
that
not
much
controversial
because he's obviously I'm not. He's probably been very mean to the North Koreans, but we haven't had a nuclear threat in some years now.
Well,
not that we the people know about.
No,
anyway.
I was going to say, you think they're going to just tell us, the Joe public, about everything?
He used to.
Yeah,
when Donald Trump called him a rocket man or something, he got very upset about that.
He wasn't too happy, and then they shook hands and shared bread.
And now he can come on I'm a Celebrity and share rice.
Imagine Donald Trump on I'm a Celebrity.
Oh
that would be unbelievable. Imagine him and Nigel Farage together.
Oh dear.
An unlikely duo.
Why do the worst people have to be the funniest?
I know. Why is Nigel Farage such a funny human being?
I think it's because of how just stupid he comes across. I don't laugh with him. I laugh at him.
No, yeah, exactly. That's what I mean.
Also, he tackles confrontation head on.
I'll give him that. He will never ever back down from an argument, will he?
But if you're willing to agree to disagree with him, he's willing to compromise on that.
Yeah, he's.
I still don't like his value.
Absolutely not.
Horrible man.
Absolutely not. But he's willing to. I think occasionally he's willing to say when he's wrong, as well.
I don't know. I don't think he's willing to say when he's wrong. He's just willing to agree to disagree. Like, I believe this, you believe that. We're not going to change each other's minds.
We'll leave it at that. Yeah,
we'll leave it.
No, but that's how the whole world
friends.
should be.
No, but if you like him, I just think it's not good to say I'm not changing my mind. It's like, grow up, mate. You're like 80.
No, but then I suppose people are allowed opinions.
Yeah.
You're allowed to have your own opinion.
But sometimes those opinions can be a bit immorally wrong, which is the issue.
No, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, which is why I don't think you should be praised for saying like, oh, we're not going to change each other's mind. Your mind should probably be changed a little bit, mate. Is what I think.
No, yeah, there's definitely some moral issues.
I think to wrap up this podcast, we should talk about stuff we're planning in the future for this podcast. What
Yes,
we want to do.
I agree. So I would like to take the podcast onto YouTube more. In terms of, it would be cool if we could take the podcast away from the podcast a bit and make some other content.
That's what I mean. I reckon. Yeah. How many of you are into WWE in a way?
I like WWE.
I don't mind a bit of WWE.
I reckon we do a Royal Rumble watch along in January.
That would be brilliant.
Yeah.
Do we have to get like rights for that or anything?
No, we just don't show it.
As long as we show our face and just that.
Oh, I see. Okay, yeah. I think that would be a right laugh.
Can we drink?
Yeah.
Drink.
Absolutely.
Should
we get sponsorship from San Miguel?
No,
hang on a minute. We got to
Moretti.
get our sponsorship from
Moretti. We're calling you out again. I'm still waiting on that paycheck.
What, you slagged them off?
Yeah, you haven't changed your ways yet, mate.
Yeah, I know, but
okay.
They need to pay me first.
What do you think to be a Moretti?
They've not paid him.
They haven't paid me yet. So
they got to pay him.
Yeah. I will not change my mind about my top 5 beer lists because, my opinion. But my opinion on beer Moretti can be changed.
The worst thing is, I bet Carlin wasn't far off the top 5.
Oh, no, he was way off.
Joe, you literally like Carlin.
You literally said, the other day, we were playing pool and you were like, I like Carlin.
But I've not touched a drop of Carlin in about
a week.
How have we gone back to lager, lads?
It always comes back to it.
In about a month. Plus,
every episode.
My taste in drink has changed since I last drank Carlin.
Opened his eyes.
I'm drinking Star of Pramen.
Indeed, I agree.
Guinness.
No.
Right, what else do we want to do?
So
match day vlogs is a thing.
I think match day vlogs could be really interesting.
I'd like to do a non-league though. I think we should go to non-league games.
We should go off to a non-league game, take a camera with us, take a mic with us, and we'll all go together. I think. Do you know what?
Pub golf is dangerous.
I also want to leave it up to the people watching at home.
Give us some suggestions what we should do.
Yeah. So
get in the comments.
Get in the comments. Get
YouTube, Spotify.
On Instagram as well if you're not following.
Twitter.
There'll be a link in the description this week to the Instagram page.
If we create a TikTok.
Yeah, it'll all be on there. So
we've also got Secret Santa.
Yeah, that's coming. We're
doing that on the podcast.
Yeah, we can do that on the podcast.
We're going to do the present reveals on the podcast.
I'm reserved on that podcast, by the way. I put myself down because I organised
it.
We all have to be there.
Do we have to make it the original? So next week, there might be a couple of different guests on. I don't know who's taking a back seat, but
I don't mind.
I don't mind either.
I think we should give him an introduction beforehand as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. When next episode starts, we'll bring them on and yeah. But anyway, gentlemen, I think this one's
that's a wrap. That's a wrap.
This one has been absolutely completely random, but I think sometimes that's the best thing. I think
it's been an absolute train wreck, but
it has.
It's international break. It's international break.
Do you know what, ladies and gentlemen? There's been nothing to speak about. However,
well, that's been, to be fair.
Before we go, what I would like to do is have our predictions for the championship for this weekend. Just to wrap up, everyone get your fixture lists out, and we're going to go through. And next episode, we're going to have a points tally. We're going to do this for the championship from now on for every episode, and we're going to have a points tally.
Rotherham versus Leeds.
Leeds.
I think that Rotherham could pull off a shock, especially at home.
I'm going Rotherham 2, Leeds 2.
I'm going 1-1.
I am saying 1-0 to Leeds.
4-0 Leeds.
Oh. Right, Birmingham Wednesday.
1-0 Wednesday.
Do you know what? I'm actually quite confident. I'm going 2-0 Wednesday. I think we'll do it.
I think
Birmingham are a bit fragile right now with Rooney. They're still figuring the stuff out, aren't they?
Yeah.
I think 2-1.
2
Wednesday.
I'll give them a 1-0. I'll give Wednesday a 1-0 there.
Bristol City, Middlesbrough.
Bristol 2, Middlesbrough 3.
New manager bounce, maybe.
1-0 Middlesbrough.
Maybe.
I'm going 1-0 Bristol City.
Okay.
I think Manning's going to have an effect straight away.
I think 1-0 Middlesbrough.
Huddersfield, Southampton, lads. I'm going Southampton 3, Huddersfield 0.
Yeah, I think Huddersfield had depleted the squad. If you saw the squad that they put out last time.
Yeah, I think they look...
Huddersfield 1-0.
They look relatively pathetic.
Seven centre-halves in the squad.
They look relatively pathetic.
They're winning.
Huddersfield
1-0.
I'm going 1-0
Okay,
Southampton because I think they'll defend decently. They'll just park the bus, because that's what Darren Moore seems to be doing.
Daz has got it in the bag.
Can we talk about Norwich City versus QPR? QPR 7.
No, I think obviously Napa's come in. Players are starting to slowly come back from. Obviously, we've got players coming back from international break, so they're all going to be nice and fit and ready to go. My only concern is Johnny Rowe did pick up a bit of an injury, so whether that affects his QPR availability, I'm not sure. But I think we'll win this one.
All right.
I'm quite confident. I think we'll have the bounce of the new sporting director. He'd have been in there for a little while now and sort of implemented what he wants to do. The lads will be confident after coming back in the Cardiff game. I'm going 3-1 Norwich.
2-1 Norwich.
I think QPR could pull off a shock.
My real score, I think, will be 1-1.
I'm going 2-1 QPR.
Oh, I can't. That can't happen. I
They're
think
away from home as well.
I think if Norwich lose against QPR at Carrow Road, Wagner's got to go this time. He's got to go.
I think QPR are looking better with a new manager though, so I think it'll pick up.
I think it's an interesting game for both teams. I think, like I say, we've got our new sporting director. They've got their new manager. We'll see what happens.
Millwall Coventry.
0-0.
So I'm going 3-0 Millwall. I think they look
I
under Edwards.
I think they're
gonna go. I think they're gonna rise up the table.
See, I like Coventry, you know.
But they've
I
been
still
taught.
think they've got I think they've got a season in them.
I love Mark Robbins. I said I said if we could get any manager in the Championship,
Yeah.
he would be my choice.
I think
It was obviously very unrealistic because he'd never leave Coventry for us, would he? But
no.
he played for us, so it's one of them things. I think it'd be. I really rate Mark Robbins highly, especially from where his career was. He was managing the Championship with Barnsley and that, and then dropped down. He went down, up, and got Coventry in League Two and rose up again. I think his career has been very interesting compared to a lot of Championship managers.
Yeah, I think.
But I think he's took him as far as he can.
I'm going to go 1-1. I'll back the 1-1.
I'm going 3-0 Millwall.
Joe.
2-1 Millwall.
Okay.
Leicester Watford.
1-0 Leicester.
I'm going
2-0 Leicester. I think they'll just cruise. I mean, they won't come out of third gear. It'll be a fairly easy game.
Yeah, quality. The quality is just too much in it for this league.
Absolutely. I think they're far too good for this division.
They've lost the last 2 games. To be fair.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. They've had international break now.
Form is temporary.
They need to bounce back.
Classes forever.
I'm going 2-0 as well.
I'm going to.
I agree. 2-0.
Like I say, I don't think they'll come out of third, fourth gear, but I think they'll make it look easy.
Plymouth, Sunderland.
Plymouth 2, Sunderland 1. Trust me.
Plymouth, I think they've only lost 1 game at home, haven't they?
They got a bit of a fortress going on there.
Yeah, I think Sunderland are a class team. I think they'll get playoffs, but
I can see Plymouth winning this one.
I think it'll be high scoring. I'm going Plymouth 4, Sunderland 2.
2-1 to Sunderland. Plymouth are getting relegated. Don't forget.
No, they're not. Oh yeah, you've got to stick to your actual predictions. Yeah.
I can't remember what I predicted.
Just Wednesday at the bottom. Is all you need to
just
know.
watch the episode
Wednesday
again.
was dead last.
Preston, Cardiff.
Cardiff 1-0.
Yeah, I'm going 1-0 Cardiff because, like I said,
I think Preston have been really good this season.
They have, but I think Cardiff are one of those sides that are just going to grind out results, like they have been.
They're going to want to
bounce.
They're going to want to bounce back after losing to us, aren't they? So,
yeah, I think they'll just grind results out, and I think they'll win 1-0.
I think they're going to cancel each other out. I'm going to go for a 0-0.
I think 1-0.
2.
Preston.
Stoke, Blackburn.
Oh,
They're both a bit mid.
Blackburn are really inconsistent. That's their issue.
I'm backing Stoke here. I'm going Stoke 3, Blackburn 1.
3. Ooh.
Stoke 3, Blackburn 1.
Stoke seem one of those sides that every season they're saying, "Oh, they could be up there," but they just never are.
Yeah, they really again like they really could be.
Yeah,
I think they've got some really good players.
I'm going. Actually, I think Blackburn are gonna win 3-0. I think it's going to. I think.
Oh, a landslide. Okay.
I think Blackburn have some really good quality players, but like I said, they're inconsistent. But I think this will be the game where they'll batter a team like they did with Norwich.
And I go 1-1. I think.
I think Stoke 1-0.
Okay.
Swansea Hull.
I've got one for this one, and I don't know if any of you are going to agree. Hull 5, Swansea 1.
I'll go 4-0 Hull.
Yeah, I'm waiting for the 0-0 after I've said that. Hull 5, Swansea 1.
Hull are very good.
I'm going 2-0 Hull.
I will go 3-0 Hull.
I think you've got to always back one outlandish high scoring game.
Yeah,
you got to back one. So that
I mean,
is
not when it's 5.
That's my high scoring game of the weekend.
I think Philogene will rip Swansea apart. To be honest.
Yeah, exactly. West Brom Scum.
1-0 to Scum.
I disagree.
I'm going 1-0 West Brom.
I think West Brom will win this one.
Sure.
I really rate Carlos Corberan as a manager.
If I thought Ipswich were going to win a game, I'd say they win a game. I think they lose this one.
No.
Yeah, Ipswich are winning this one.
West Brom 2, Ipswich 0.
I've gone 1-0.
No.
What are you saying, Joe?
Mystic Joe has spoken.
Go on. what was that? No.
Ipswich are winning.
By how many?
By how many?
Indefinite amount.
You've got to say the game because we've got to get.
Go on. We've got to get predictions. We need to do this every week.
2-0. Ipswich are winning.
Okay, fair enough.
Right.
Well, is there any Sunday games in the Championship? No, that's it. That is it. Well, I suppose we're gonna do that every week. So next episode, whoever's on, we'll go through what everyone said last week. We'll write them down. We'll go through what everyone else said last, and then we'll tally up our points, and then we'll have like a points board for all of us. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, this one has been a bit of a car crash. Like you say, it's been international breaks. There hasn't been too much to talk about, so we've sort of talked about everything and anything other than football for most of it. But
yeah.
But there we go.
I really enjoyed this actually.
Yeah, it went it's been very fun. Well though.
It has. I think it hasn't really
I do love like the kind of non like we hardly had any notes for that. We had like talking points. And
I don't think you need notes for a podcast, lads. I think we're fine. I think as long as you've got a few facts in there, I think we're fine. Ladies and gentlemen, let us know what you want us to talk about on the next podcast. We're trying to focus on mainly, if you follow the Instagram, you'll know we're sort of trying to focus mainly on the 72 teams of the EFL.
But that didn't go to plan today.
We might sidetrack a little bit. Might talk about TV and beers and
Gibby.
Yep.
Yeah.
Also, can we thank everybody for the brilliant start?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely, ladies and gentlemen. We want to thank you all very, very much for the first week's support.
How many views has it got yet so far?
It's episode? Like 200, more than 210.
220 on the YouTube.
That's more than expected, I can't lie.
Yeah, and we got 22 subs already.
Yeah, exactly. Plenty of likes on the Instagram as well, plenty of followers. We want to thank you all very much for your support so far. Yeah, obviously, we're hoping that continues. And
Spotify.
Hopefully, we can bring you some decent content. I'm sure there'll be some good clips from this episode on Instagram later today or tomorrow. But ladies and gentlemen, we want to thank you all very much for watching, and we'll see you all in the next episode.